for you to ask questions.
Hey, we've heard a lot about how the O-line is looking this year. I think Coach said it could actually be better than last year's line. I'm just curious, how do you see it shaping up right now?
I just feel like everyone this year on the offensive line, we're just more we're closer as a unit off the field. We come together, and on the field, it just shows that how much we want to play for each other.
How do you feel like you've been, I guess, progressing? Are you still at the center spot? And I guess, how do you like it there? And how do you feel like you've been doing?
Yeah, I'm still at the center spot, and I've grown into the position, and I love it. I played guard in the past at JUCO in high school, and when I play guard over here, I feel out of place. So I don't want to play anything else but center. But if I have to, I will.
What's your favorite thing about playing center?
Just being in control of the line. My football IQ has grown over the years, and I just directing everybody and just making sure everything's going to be perfect before the ball is snapped.
Hoppy, you guys lose some snaps at both tackle spots on the offensive line. What have you seen from the guys who are stepping in at tackle, and who are some of those guys?
We moved Malik Clark out to left tackle, and Earl Bostic made a big step up from tight end a few years ago, and they've been growing as tackles, and they also have been growing into individual leaders as well.
We asked Sam Burt how his matchups have been against you. He said he's pushing you all over the field. Is that true?
No, sir. That is not true. I am pushing him all over the field, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Hey, Oppie, I know the quarterback question is still kind of up in the air, and at least in our eyes and for the outside world. But I wonder if you could explain maybe the importance. There's so many people evaluating this position and say, well, this guy can do this thing, or this guy's skill set is this. I mean, do the individual skills of each guy really even matter in Dearman's offense, or is it truly just, hey, who can make the best decisions and get the ball where it needs to go, regardless of if they're pocket passers or if they can run around? I mean, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just whoever just has the best day at the end of before game one. They're both really tight, and they're competing every day, and it's still in there. They're going to compete all the way to the next Saturday.
What's the battle like from your perspective? I'm not asking you to say who's ahead or anything like that, but just from your position, what you have to do with each of those guys. I mean, do you even know who's back there? So I've heard of centers saying they don't know who's back there sometimes. They're just doing their job. What's that like from your perspective?
Yeah, it's the same. You probably get that from every other center across the country. We just do our job, snap the ball, whoever's out there, whoever's back there, just make sure you catch the ball, and then the O-line and the center is going to be we're going to be blocking for whoever's back there.
Obviously, Puka is this year's number one running back, but what does Velton Gardner bring to the table that maybe he can bring in those snaps where Puka's not on the field?
He's a hard runner. He got some moves in his pocket too when he's in the open field, and he's young and he can do a lot. He's a very good running back.
And what are your thoughts on playing with no fans at 9 o'clock for that home opener against Coastal Carolina?
It'll be tough. Football, we like to feed off the energy of the crowd, but I'm just grateful that we get to play still, and we're gonna play and put on a show for everyone at home.
Hey, Oppie, what do you think the impact has been of EC's death on the team this year?
It's been a huge impact for all of us. There's a handful of guys who actually played with him while he was here at KU and his last year at KU. Definitely brought all of us closer. And EC was a well-known man, and he lived an amazing life. Rest in peace to my brother.
Yeah, you mentioned Malik is working at left tackle. I assume Bostic would be at right tackle. Then who's next to you at those guard spots?
There's a few guys that they're also competing as well. It's Kobe Lott, Daja Lopetti, Chris Hughes, and there's also a lot of freshmen who've been impressing Coach Meadows as well.
How important is it to kind of find a top five, kind of a starting group that you know you can kind of roll with week after week?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Oh, how important is it to just find a true starting five, on the O-line, just so you kind of have continuity week after week?
It's very important, actually. We obviously coach wants to put the best five out there who can move, who have the best moving patterns, who have the best double team blocks, who can communicate and have the best chemistry.
Hey, Appy, I know it's still next week, but what do you remember from last year's Coastal Carolina game? Did anything stand out?
Yeah, the loss, and they were a good team, and they're still a good team this year, and we hopefully get a better outcome than last year.
Anything specific O-line wise? Sorry. Anything specific O-line wise about what you could do or couldn't do against those guys?
No, I don't remember much.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Anything else for Appy?
Yeah, Appy, just getting back to that late kickoff, is that the latest kickoff you ever had? And I know that you mentioned not having fans, but in terms of time, do you feel like it's tougher to prepare for a game that's as late as that is?
Me personally, doesn't matter. Wherever game time it is, I'll be ready. This is the latest kickoff I've ever played in, and I'm actually really excited because nothing beats Saturday Night Lights.
Anything else for Appy? All right, thanks.